Hello and welcome to the January 24th, 2025 edition of Friday Night SmackDown. This is the go-home show before Saturday night main event of the January edition. And the card for that, I'm just going to go through it here at the beginning instead of at the end because we have main event at the end if you are interested in that. But the card for Saturday night main event, the next episode, is Bayley versus Nia Jax for the WWE Women's Championship. Sheamus versus Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental Championship. The Way, Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell versus Bianca and Naomi for the Tag Team Championship. We have Solo Sikoa versus Roman Reigns for a tribal combat match for the Ula Fala. And lastly, we will have John Cena versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now let's get into SmackDown here. We are going to open the show with Kevin Owens coming out to the ring. And KO asked for the fans to show some respect to the real champion. Remember that he has the Winged Eagle belt still, and that's what this feud is all about. He says that he's done being sidetracked by a guy in a hospital talking about Jimmy Uso, or Ric Flair's daughter talking about the feud from last week. He says that Cody Rhodes has been coasting along, hoping to rest until the Rumble, but not tonight. He announces that he talked to Titus earlier, and he agreed that he won't cause any trouble at the show tonight, as well as next week, as long as he can pick an opponent for Cody tonight. So Cody Rhodes will have a surprise opponent later tonight. And that's a good way to start the show. I think a 79, the crowd is hot. Happy with that. We're going to head backstage to Chelsea and Piper, who are talking about what happened last week. Chelsea says that cyber attack last week is going to make her be more careful, so she's not going to face Michin quite yet. She's going to ask Piper to take care of her tonight. And so we're going to have Piper Niven versus Michin later tonight, later in the show. Chelsea wants Piper to give Michin some consequences. That's a 54, not terrible. And now we have LA Knight coming out to the ring. He says, last week, a buddy and I smacked around Santos's boys, but I'm not finished. He looks at the stage and says that any of Legato boys can come out and face him. Right now, right here, right now. So we have someone coming out to face LA Knight. Santos Escobar comes out, and he says that it's not going to be him. As much as he would like to end LA Knight, one of his boys will face LA Knight in a singles, and as he's already faced Angel, he'll face Berto tonight. And that match is pretty evenly matched, with Legato surrounding the ring. Electro Lopez is ringside, same with Santos and Angel Garza. The ref gets caught in the crossfire, and Knight hits Berto with a BFT, but as the ref is down, nobody's there to count. A frustrated LA Knight stumbles back to the ropes when he's attacked by Santos Escobar. The ref doesn't see it, but wakes up, and he starts to count as he hits a finisher. The ref starts counting. 1, 2, and suddenly Joe Hendry's music hits. Someone said his name in the crowd, and he appeared. This distracts Berto and the ref long enough for LA Knight to kick out. And Hendry holds Legado del Fantasma off at ringside as LA Knight hits another finisher. For 1, 2, 3. Your winner, LA Knight. And this was a 65, which I'm actually pretty happy with. I did have this, they went out to try and steal the show. A 12-minute match. A Gravy Train. Joe Hendry distracts Berto. Santos Escobar attacks LA Knight. Let's see what the dirt sheet is saying. So, stamina was an issue. Yeah, that makes sense. I did kind of make this a longer match. But a 65 is definitely something I'll take there. And yeah, after the match, we have Legado del Fantasma jump LA Knight, and Hendry saves the day. That gets a 48, and Joe Hendry benefits from having a ground well of public support. Storyline loses a bit of heat, but that's whatever. We head back to Titus O'Neil's office, where Shinsuke and Carmelo Hayes are both angry after their match was interrupted last week. Shinsuke got attacked, and Carmelo thought he was going to win. They both want to face Andrade tonight in singles matches, but Titus says that they can't both individually face him tonight, so he'll make a tag match, and he'll find Andrade a partner for later tonight. So Carmelo and Shinsuke are going to have to team up. This gets to 69. Pretty happy with that. Poor momentum for Titus O'Neil. There's nothing we can do about that. He's retired, but yeah, we have a quick match here between Nick Aldis and Austin Theory. Just a normal match. I did have to have Theory keep him strong, so I'm sure this got a little bit of a penalty for that, but it still gets a 50, which I'm happy with. Probably could have gotten a 55, but it's not the end of the world. Yeah, Theory, we're just going to pretend that Theory was dominating the match, and then Grayson Waller ran in and attacked Nick Aldis, causing a DQ. So Aldis gets the win. It's a 50. I'll definitely take that. We'll head backstage to Apollo Crews hyping up Braun Strowman, telling him that he has a match next. And yeah, that match is between Braun Strowman teaming up with Andrade versus Carmelo Hayes teaming up with Shinsuke Nakamura. We start off with Andrade and Braun winning the match, dominating for most of it. Looks like they're about to get a finisher, get a pinfall, except some shenanigans happens. Shinsuke and Melo look at each other and agree to just quit the match. So they start heading towards the stage. Andrade rushes after them, which causes a massive brawl on the stage as the ref calls off the match. Yeah, so it ends up being a draw when the match descended into chaos. I just made it a sports entertainment finish. 62 for Braun, 64 for Shinsuke, 52 for Carmelo, 57 for Andrade, 58 total segment. Very happy with that. That's decent enough. Yeah, the finish wasn't great, so that's why it was down a little bit, but it's still all right. I'll take it. Next up, we got Michin versus Piper after a commercial. Just a normal match here where Piper tries to cheat, and Jordan Grace comes out to even the odds. So yeah, Michin defeats Piper in 8 minutes by submission. Jordan distracts Piper Niven. This gets a 55, which I'm actually very happy with for a Piper Niven match. And yeah, no major penalties here. Very happy with that. And next, we have a contract signing for Saturday night's main event for the women's tag match. This gets a 65. Very happy with that. I guess because Bianca and Naomi are in it, but with Indy and Candice not being the biggest stars. Anyways, Candice and Indy say that Bianca and Jade are not untouchable like people think they are. Naomi says that cheating to win a singles match is a lot easier than beating both of them in the ring for their tag team titles. Candice asks Naomi if she's worried that Bianca will leave and forget about her, just like she forgot about Jade. Bianca and Naomi stand up, and it looks like there's about to be a brawl breaking out until the glass shatters and Steve Austin comes on out. It's a huge pop. As he's walking to the ring, he's looking at Bianca the entire time. He says, "I'm not here to pick sides. I like the fighting spirit y'all got. Just heard someone's name and figured I'd add a little comment of my own." He says that Jade Cargill is now awake and talking. Now, once she's back in the ring, "Are y'all still a team?" he says about Bianca and Naomi. After that, he drops the mic, grabs 2 beers, crushes them above his head, and walks off. Naomi is looking confused at Bianca, who also walks off by herself. leaving Naomi confused in the ring alone with Candice and Indy, who are both shocked and also amused. Gets a 65. I guess the Steve Austin definitely helps the segment as well. Foreshadowed a heel turn during the segment. Indy Hartwell's getting better at her gimmick. So next up, I got a match between Jordynne Grace versus Blair Davenport, basically just to address Blair's comments in her interview last week, speaking down on the 4 women, and it gets a decent reaction from the crowd. Jordynne wins in 10 minutes with a fall from Grace. 54 for that match, very happy with that. 52 for Jordynne Grace, 42 for Blair Davenport. I did want this to be, let me see, I wanted it to be an open match, so hopefully Blair's pop goes up a little bit. She's got some good star quality. I'd like to try and build her up, even though I have her losing this match. And we're gonna head backstage to Nia Jax, telling Tiffany Stratton that she got her into this match at Saturday night's main event, so she needs to wear Bayley down and take care of her tonight. This gets a 61. Happy enough with that. Flavor of the month, Tiffy. And next we have Bayley versus Tiffany Stratton. I did make this a longer match, which actually ended up being great. She's in amazing form too. Gets a 65. This match ends with Tiffany throwing Bayley into the ref, allowing Nia to throw a chair at Bayley so that Tiffany can win. Following interference from Nia Jax. I made this the storytelling match, and it ended up working out. I'm very happy with that. No stamina issues here. Holding back. I could have told him to steal the show, but maybe at Saturday night's main event, I can try and do that. 61 for Bayley, 60 for Tiffy. Great for both of them. Tiffany goes over in this match. We head to a backstage interview with Charlotte Flair, who's talking to Megan Morant. I did make it off script, which I guess was a mistake. I guess she wants to stay on script. I'll keep that note for future segments with Charlotte, that she wants to move on from Kevin Owens and is focused on winning the Royal Rumble so that she can get her WWE Women's Championship back. As we head back to the ring, Cody Rhodes' music hits as he walks to the ring to wait and find out who his mystery opponent is. And out comes Baron Corbin, which, oh man, I did a creative finish and it did not work out at all, but no, it's still got a 69. I'm happy enough with that. An 86 for Cody and a 60 for Baron Corbin. 73 for the wrestling, 70 for the crowd, 69 for the match. Oh man, I thought that creative finish was, I think it was a safe bet or is likely, something like that. So I thought oh man. But Baron Corbin's back. I just decided to re-sign him because I kind of like him. He's good. He's older. We can use him in the main event scene. Have him just be used in matches. Just always need more bodies. Although his lone wolf gimmick is received as poor, which isn't great. Hopefully that goes up a little bit. It's not awful, at least. But still a decent match. 69 isn't terrible. After the match, Kevin Owens comes into the ring and attacks Cody Rhodes, which only gets a 75. I wonder what the penalties are. Oh, low heat and being too short. I guess that makes sense. I think I only made it 2 minutes. Let me see. Oh yeah, 3 minutes. It was too short to really get a top tier rating, but 75 is fine. He attacks Cody. He comes out from under the ring, and he tells Cody that at the Rumble, he'll show everyone who the real champion is. As next up, we have our tag team title match that we teased in the last episode. Motor City Machine Guns versus DIY. This is another longer match where the Motor City Machine Guns, near the end of it, hit Skull and Bones. But after an accidental bump, the ref is down. A lot of ref bumps tonight. While Sabin is waiting for the ref to wake up so that he can pin Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa gets a kendo stick from under the ring and attacks. both of the Motor City Machine Guns with it. Just before the ref wakes up, Ciampa throws the kendo stick out of the ring as Johnny Gargano hits his finisher, and the ref counts 1, 2, 3, making their first defense of the WWE Tag Team titles DIY. Yeah, so they cheat to win. Another, wow, both the creative finishes fail, even though they were both, I think, safe bets. So this should have been mid-60s, and it's only a 58. That's annoying. It still helps the storyline, and this will not be their last match, don't worry. Especially since they cheated. This says, I guess, Johnny Gargano is also using the ropes for leverage. But yeah, in my head, the story I said is how it finished, and yeah, 59 for the wrestling, 43 for the crowd. But oh man, both the creative finishes not working is not ideal. Low heat and a failed creative finish. Hopefully their next match will be better, and we can get that to high 60s. To win the show, we have a contract signing. Not really. It's like let's just say after commercial, the ring is decorated for a tribal ceremony. Let's call it that. But Heyman nervously waiting in the ring. So part 1 that gets a 94 is just Roman walking out, working the crowd with Paul Heyman. And then after that, part 2 is Solo walking out, flanked by Jacob Fatu and the Tongans. And then part 3 is kind of the ceremony itself. Heyman says that both sides need to respect that this is a tribal combat match, and only one man will become the true head of the table. Roman says to Solo, "You think hospitalizing your brother makes you a leader? That Ulafala makes you a chief? You're just trying to fill the vacuum and live up to the legacy that I created." Solo says that what Roman built wasn't good enough since he lost the title at WrestleMania 40. Roman doesn't have the guts to do what is necessary to stay in power and bring Jacob and the Tongans here. Solo takes off the Ulafala and puts it on a table in the center, almost daring Roman to put it on. Roman kneels down to touch it, but leaves it on the table. He doesn't put it on out of respect, out of restraint. Suddenly, Jacob Fatu lunges towards Roman, but Roman sees it coming. Roman's able to hit a Superman punch on Fatu. As Solo holds the Tongans back, Roman walks out, back to the stage as the show ends. And we get a 79 there to end the show. I guess let's see what 67 overall rating for the total show. Not a great. I thought this would be better. I mean, those 2 failed creative finishes definitely hurt us. Could have probably gotten the 70s there, but yeah, another problem is that, especially with the ECW shows, we dropped from big to medium, so now we can't gain popularity in any regions until after WrestleMania, and I restructured. I'm going to do a draft for all 3 brands and really help out ECW and make it a true 3rd brand. And so let's head over to main event now. Alright, so we are here for main event, and I thought I'd try something different with this episode, as I decided to have a main event special in Mexico and just feature wrestlers that are popular there. So this is the Thursday, January 23rd edition of main event. And we're starting off with a Bad Bunny interview where Stephanie McMahon interviews Bad Bunny to get his thoughts on being back in the WWE and having a main event special in Mexico. This gets a 73. Very happy with this. And I did a nice match a triple threat between Andrade, Dominic Mysterio, and Penta. 73 for Andrade, 55 for Dominic, 58 for Penta. This gets a 64. Very happy with that. The crowd loved it. I did an interview with Isabella Nova, or Sexy Star, who was in Mexico. She's just recalling her time in Mexico and how she's used that to adapt to WWE. It's a 49. It's fine. I figured we'll just use her while she's injured. And Then to end the show, I did Dragon Lee versus Santos Escobar, where Dragon Lee gets a 72 and Santos 58. That gets us a 65 for the match, and that's main event. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Leave a like if you did, comment your thoughts, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next episode.